Hey everyone, Connie here with an unfortunate announcement. Um, this Friday, this Friday's Young Justice Outsiders reaction will be the last. So hear me out before anything, um, because this was not a decision I made lightly. It's come from weeks of thought about this, and considering we haven't even been back with Young Justice Outsiders for too long, that's saying something. We brought this back after 2 years. After having not reacted to the series for 2 years, I decided I wanted to get back to it, wanted to try and get through this, try to finish this. And even then, I had been thinking about all these issues I had with the series and how I feel it had kind of become something other than what I liked it for, and not in a good way. But I wanted to try and continue it. I wanted to get back into this series. So we got back into it, but very quickly I started to realize I was not having fun reacting to this. Each week I practically had to force myself to react to this when I every almost everything else on the channel was something I was excited to get to each week. Something I really wanted to get to each week. But this series is something that it was the complete opposite. I was very hesitant to get to. I put it off and everything. And I had to start asking myself, why? I just started it back up. I haven't been reacting to it that long. So why am I already feeling this way? And the answer kind of comes from the series as a whole. That this really isn't the series that it started out as. That through the time skips, the constant adding of new characters, and various other issues that I'm going to talk about that you'll be able to hear in more of a full explanation when this week's Young Justice reaction comes out. Because of those reasons, I kind of just lost my investment in this series. And even starting it back up after 2 years here, I started to feel that weigh on me again. There's too many characters who were added who didn't amount to anything. So none of the new characters being added in this season make me feel like they matter. And even older characters feel like they're not as relevant. And I just feel like this is not what I wanted this series to become. With how great it had been in season one and just season two and three, both time skipping and trying to add in so much, way too much, and then just bring in characters that don't even amount to anything in the end, just to bring in those characters, and it just feels wrong. And honestly, I've not been wanting to get to them. I've not been enjoying reacting to these overall. Like, yeah, I'll enjoy the episode as I watch it, but the overall experience is very negative. And I basically have to force myself to get to it each week. And I don't want that for any series I'm reacting to. I never want to feel like I'm forcing myself to react to it. Because at that point, when it gets to that point, it's basically saying that I don't want to watch this series, or at least I don't want to react to it. If it's becoming that difficult for me to want to react to it, it's clear that it's not something that I actually want to react to. And so after recording Friday's reaction, I had to make a call. And I decided that it's best if I just let it go here. It's best if I just don't try to force it. Because if I try to force it, if I try to keep going, I'm just going to start resenting it. And I'm going to start getting resentful over reacting. It's going to drag the entire channel down. And I definitely don't want that to happen. So I'm making this announcement video for all of you who might not watch Young Justice, as well as to announce this ahead of time as well. Um, I am dropping the series after this week. I will still be posting this week's reaction to episode 11. That will still be happening. But after this week, we'll be moving on. And so the question comes to, what will we be replacing Young Justice Outsiders with? Well, there's a couple options I was thinking of, but I think the best option, based on time and everything, and getting to something that, um, honestly, I really think will help at this point, because I want to get to something that's going to be a lot more enjoyable to me at the moment, just so it kind of balances things out and stops me from feeling too bad about everything. Um, because again, even though everything else I'm reacting to right now, it's like gets me really excited and everything. With with that souring my mood on it and all, it can still affect everything else. So I want to replace it with something that's going to be exciting, that's going to be fun, that's going to be something that I can get into. And so we are replacing it with the final season, which I believe is season 4. Let me make sure here. I have it written down. Season 4, yes. Season 4 of Netflix's Castlevania. So that will be beginning next Friday. Not this week, but next week, which is the 2nd. Next Friday is the 2nd. So the 2nd of July, we will be starting a new Friday series, and that is Castlevania Season 4. I apologize to everyone who was really excited that I had gotten back into these. I apologize to everyone who's a big fan of Young Justice and everything, but again, it's just, I'm not going to force myself to do this and end up dragging down the entire channel because of it. I feel like that wouldn't be fair to you, it wouldn't be fair to me, it wouldn't be fair to these shows. So I want to do what's going to be best here overall. And move on. So, thank you for tuning in. I hope you understand. And like I said, we'll still be getting to an episode this Friday. I might end up watching Young Justice Outsiders, the rest of it, on my own. And if that's the case, I might choose to like put up a season review at the end to tell like my overall thoughts on how it went and everything. But for now, I think it's the right decision to just drop it from the schedule. Even though we haven't been back for long, I just, I feel like it's the best decision considering all of my feelings about it right now. So, yeah, we'll be starting Castlevania Season 2 on July 2nd, and we'll move on from there. So, thank you all so much for tuning in once again. And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.